Alright, hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Infi and 120. Here we have Infi spawning as the red undead player, almost said human, undead player over here on the top left-hand side of the map, going for a crypt into a graveyard. Meanwhile, at the other end of the map, we see an altar of darkness and a crypt. This is coming in from 120, who is going most likely for ghouls. Now, I've said this in the past, I really do like undead mirror matches just because you tend to see a lot more unconventional strategies than some of the other mirror matches in the matchup, or in the entire game. Undead normally does go for that Death Knight first, but it is not uncommon to see perhaps a Lich. And as I say that, this is going to be a Dreadlord first. Alright, Dreadlord going up against, well, I still don't know what hero we're coming in from Infi's side. So it is a Dreadlord going up against, if it is a, well, let's see if it's going to be a standard Death Knight opening or if it's going to be a Lich. Let's take a look. It is, well, neither, as it is going to be a Tavern hero. Alright, so a Tavern hero going to be the hero of choice, even though we don't see any units by the Tavern as of yet. It does take a little bit of time to get there, as we are getting Crypt Fiends out already. What is really going on, as that is a significant delay over everything right now. Alright, what is going to be going on here? You see the Dreadlord now making its way out. Is it going to be going for Carry On Wave or Sleep first? That I do not really know. It is going to go ahead and be Sleep instead, going after the Renegade Wizard. Renegade Wizard gets taken down fairly fast here. Forest Troll, Shadow Priest also added in here, as the Renegade Wizard will end up dropping. Now, the Rogues and the remaining units will get taken down. Rogue Wizard does do a good amount of piercing damage, so it is very smart to try and, well, sleep that unit. 23 to 27 damage. Also, it does give frost armor to everything, making this creep camp a little bit more difficult to clear out. By sleeping it, you essentially remove the frost armor, making it so that you can actually take down the units much faster. It is going to be a Dark Ranger on the other hand from the other side of the map. So Dark Ranger with Crypt Fiends, skeletal minions are going to be very, very abundant for that Dark Ranger and those black arrows. Alright, gonna go ahead and take it down right there. There it goes. Another lesser dark minion has been added. Circular of Nobility has been added in here, as the Dreadlord goes for, well, an uncharacteristic Vampiric Aura second. Alright, Vampiric Aura does give extra bonus, healing across all of those melee units. And as long as we see perhaps abominations as well, that would make sense. Gargoyles are questionable, even though they do deal melee damage against other air units. There have to be other air units that actually use them. Now, if we do have a lot of destroyers, though, the Vampiric Aura could actually have a very, very profound effect in this matchup. Let's take a look at this. The Enforcer across over here is going to end up getting taken down. A little lesser dark minion going to get taken down right there. As you can take a look, Vampiric Aura working out so incredibly well, as we now also see a Book of the Dead. Acolytes being brought over at the north side of the map. Dark Ranger clearing up some remainder Apprentice Wizard creep camps, and that is going to be, well, lesser dark minions galore, as the Dark Ranger could perhaps try to go for silence. We are looking at a Necropolis, another Necropolis being placed down here. We are still at a Necropolis here, as the dark minions, lesser dark minions, just rushing straight on inside of this base. We do not see any Ziggurats being upgraded to Spirit Towers, so this rush could perhaps have a bit of an issue or problem, as the Acolytes are just trying to get away. Alright, Acolyte after Acolyte, perhaps trying to run back. One Acolyte going to get taken down. More Acolytes going to go ahead and get trained up here. Where are all of these units going? Meanwhile, back off over here to the top left. Dreadlord, Book of the Dead, going to be just as effective, followed up with a Roar, and all of a sudden, these units are going to be dealing terrible, terrible damage. Dark Ranger does get slept here, as we see the Necropolis quickly getting canceled, as the lesser dark minions and the Book of the Dead having a very profound effect across multiple units here. Acolytes getting taken down. And wow, that was a big shift right there, as we are going to be looking at the Dreadlord perhaps being forced to try and head back out. You can see Crypt Fiends are all boxed up right here. Dark Ranger buying that Dust of Appearance to reveal that Dreadlord. But a lot of Acolytes were lost in that battle, and it is going to delay the upgrade to Tier 2. Alright, Necropolis adding in more Acolytes on the other side. Are we going to finally see a Tier 2 upgrade at the other end? You saw a Necropolis being built before that was strange. Even a haunted gold mine. Interesting choice right there, as we're going to be looking at the assassins getting cleared out here in just a moment. Back down to the south, Dreadlord is going to get to level 4 and in a hurry. Sasquatch is currently taking a nap right now, and that is going to, well, continue to happen for a little bit longer. Dreadlord sitting at level 3, very close to level 4. Going to go ahead and finish off this Sasquatch creep camp with the help of all of these ghouls who are currently back up to full. And, well, I haven't seen, well, a Vampiric Aura being used so effectively in quite some time. It is still Vampiric Aura level 1, though, as we are finally getting the Haunted Gold Mine, well, haunted at the, well, southern expansion location. Let's take a look. Are we still sitting? Nope, level 1 Vampiric Aura, so we could be looking at level 2, well, level 1 sleep or level 2 sleep. Not really quite sure what's going on there. Let's take a look. Sleep is at level 2, so we could have Carrion Swarm being at level 1. Or are we going to be looking at level 2 Vampiric Aura eventually? Dark Wizard going to get taken down very quickly here. That damage, 39 damage, also summoning in additional units here once more, should get taken out very, very fast as well. Meanwhile, back over here off to the north, another Haunted Gold Mine. Both players setting up expansions. Undead setting up expansions. This is not common in the matchup, as the Dark Wizard could get taken down here in just a second. All right, it looks as though one ghoul could get taken down. Yeah, that chaos damage is no joke. That is just going to end up getting taken down right there. There it goes. Scroll of the Beast has been dropped. Dreadlord sitting at level 4. As we take a look at, well, Dark Minions now going after these Acolytes, as there is currently really nothing left to mine. Dark Minions trying to finish off some of these units. It looks as though one Acolyte will get taken down. There summoning some additional things right there, as the ghouls, well, that Dark Minion 15 to 17 damage could finish off an Acolyte or two. One more shot should do it right now. The Acolyte not on the move, going to get taken down, as that Dark Minion's timed life will come to an end. Meanwhile, Dreadlord heading off to the north. Where is he going? He's just going to be doing a bit of scouting and pretty much spot the expansion getting set up as Acolytes are being transitioned over. All right, some, well, action away from the hero. The Dreadlord is going to get closer to level 5, but not quite make it there. Meanwhile, we are still sitting at Necropolis, while we are finally upgrading the Halls of the Dead by Infi. All right, big strange game going on across over here. Dark Minions trying to finish off some of these units. Forest Troll Shadow Priest wants to abolish magic to finish off all of these, well, all of these Dark Minions here, as the Acolytes are just pretty much on the run, down to 34 hit points, needs to get away, quickly taken down once more, as that normal armor doesn't really offer that much protection at all. Ghouls getting finished off here. Let's take a look. That Dark Minion, one more shot could finish off the Acolyte. Is it going to get it? No, it is not. Acolyte able to head back to work. Dreadlord sitting now at level 5. Level 3 sleep, perhaps, and level 3 sleep could cause problems. A very, very long sleep indeed, as we're looking at a 42 supply compared to 39. I'm still not quite sure how or what to make of in this matchup. Level 4 Dark Ranger getting close to level 5, and I don't even remember is the level 6 Dreadlord ability, is ultimate ability, is actually one of the more powerful abilities that you don't get to see that often. All right, there is that Carrion Swarm just ripping through so many of those units. Scroll of Healing quickly used right there. There is a Roar now being used quickly, also getting silenced, trying to just finish off some of these units here. Are we going to see another Carrion Swarm? That is the question, as, well, Crypt Fiends could get taken down. 1 or 2 more shots. There it goes. Carrion Swarm finishes off a unit, as the Dark Ranger still sits at level 4, looking to try and finish off some more units again. All right, we do have a surround now onto the Dark Ranger. Dark Ranger is in a bit of trouble, needs to perhaps try and make its way free, as this low hit point ghoul now trying to get away, down to 31 hit points. There it goes, finally lost. Meanwhile, this Crypt Fiend also gonna get taken down as well. Dark Ranger still sitting at level 4, very close to level 5. Meanwhile, the Dreadlord getting at level 5, getting closer to level 6, trying to finish off this Crypt Fiend here, but getting body blocked rather nicely. One more shot could do it, but unable to deal the killing blow. All right, what is going on? All right, Dreadlord venturing a bit too far. Far too many Spirit Towers. Staff of Teleportation now in order to get out, trying to chase down that Crypt Fiend, but really no such luck. All right, Goblin Shredder added in right here, level 5 on the Dark Ranger, trying to finish off some more units here as the Goblin Shredder in that front line, able to provide a lot of support as we are now going to be going into greater Dark Minions, being able to deal even more damage. Necropolis here, we are upgrading the tier 2 finally. It is pretty much solo heroes on both sides as we are looking at, well, I don't see any additional heroes being trained up as of yet. Halls of the Dead just, oh nope, we are Halls of the Dead. Yeah, Necropolis going into Halls of the Dead. Meanwhile, back across over here, we are getting the Carapace armor upgrades. 11 to 12 damage, not much going on as the army size is 46 compared to 48. I don't know what the follow-up play is by either of these players. This opening is still rather unusual as we do see gargoyles in the air. Now that vampiric aura could be extremely useful, but you can see the number of Crypt Fiends that Red has been going on so far. Perhaps if he stops using those Crypt Fiends. Oh, Acolytes. Oh, well, let's take a look at this. All right, Gargoyle could get taken down. There's a Carrion Swarm finishing off some units. No easy escape now. Scroll of Town Portal. Well, the obvious easy escape. Let's take a look. Are we going to perhaps finish off some units here? One... Well, nope. That Crypt Fiend not taken down as the Dreadlord was silenced. Acolytes now looking to back up here as the Gargoyles are going to be the main threat. Plenty of ghouls on the ground, but no attack upgrades either. You see a lot of very low hit point Crypt Fiends, and we have not transitioned or seen any obsidian statues as of yet. Web is already being researched here, but is it going to be enough? That is the big question indeed, as the Dreadlord still once again ventures forth, sitting at 815. Dark Minions dealing 16 to 19 damage with 400 hit points, essentially stronger than a ghoul by far, as the Darker Minion is just, well, has more hit points, deals more damage, and has, well, has the same amount of armor, but also has timed life, so we'll see how far this one Darker Minion will be able to get away. Dreadlord now trying to make its way forward. Is it going to be able to get a big silence off? Rod of Necromancy quickly being used. There's a silence right there as the Dreadlord does get a finishing blow once again. All right, more damage still being added. The Dreadlord may be able to finish off this Crypt Fiend again. One more shot should do it. No, wow, down to 1 hit point. Talk about cutting it extremely close as the Dreadlord unable to get the final blow onto that Crypt Fiend. Death Knight comes across with a big Death Coil, and that is a big save indeed. Death Knight, level 1 Death Knight now out onto the field. Level 1 Death Knight the other way with Unholy Aura as well. So Unholy Aura as the primary training aura as opposed to Death Coil. Interesting choice. Is the higher mobility really going to be making that much of a difference? 120 having a slight advantage now. He has a number of workers, and will he be able to get to these units? All right, we may see some web. Yeah, web now being brought over. Ghouls now trying to swarm into position as the Gargoyles, well, quick surround onto that Death Knight. Death Knight getting the Scroll of Town Portal transition back over. More Gargoyles showing up to the party as we are going to finish off this Kobold Taskmaster and Geomancer Creep Camp. Death Knight going to be sitting at level 1, getting very close to level 2, I believe, unless he... Is it going to be enough? Actually, that might be enough right there. Yeah, enough right there, as I believe a couple of Dark Minions were lost. Robe of Magi now picked up by the Death Knight. That means more mana, which means more Death Coils for that Death Knight, as the Death Knight wants to get to level 3 and in a hurry. 50 compared to 59 supply. Infi significantly behind in overall economy since he is currently in low upkeep. He is only mining 140 gold a second compared to, 14 gold a second compared to 20. A significant drop off there. Once again, once 120 finally starts to train up some units, things should be evening up once again. Let's take a look. We are going to be getting into Banshee Adept training, and we are adding in a Lich coming in from Infi. Infi with that Lich. Meanwhile, we are at Black Citadel. Are we getting up a third hero? I don't know as of yet. We can take a look. There is that Death Knight sitting at level 3 with Ring of Regeneration. Where is the there is that Dreadlord off to the north, has a Scroll of Town Portal, trying to finish off the Death Knight. Death Knight could end up getting taken down. There's a big sleep right there. And is it going to be able to get a big Carrion Swarm back the other way? Dreadlord now looking to get away. A big Frost Nova could finish it off. There's a Frost Nova there as the Dreadlord down to 67 hit points is going to be able to head back. Death Knight with level 2 Death Coil is going to be a big time heal save there as the Dreadlord. Wait, level 2 Unholy Aura? You got to be kidding me. Level 2 Unholy Aura over level 2 Death Coil. That it was perhaps the biggest shock there. 400 hit. This Dreadlord would pretty much be back up to full hit points, instead sitting only at 550, but does also have a Ring of Regeneration. The Dreadlord playing a game of, well, harassment at this point. Tome of Retraining now being used. What is it going to be going for? Vampiric Aura level 2 and perhaps Carrion Swarm to try and finish off these Acolytes. All right, you can see the Acolytes already purposely trying to switch things up. That Banshee is going to be able to get away. It looks like it down to 91 hit points. There was an anti-magic shield. Magic Shell being cast on the Banshee to protect it from a bit more damage again. Another Carrion Swarm finishes off some more Acolytes. Staff of Teleportation going to go ahead and allow him to rejoin up with the rest of the army. Or nope, head back across over here, and let's see if he can get some big Carrion Swarms again. Boneyard now being added. Let's take a look at this. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability being dropped. Let's take a look at where that Dreadlord is going to be going next, as the Tomb of Relics quickly taken down. 120 is in trouble. Is he going to be able to fight this off? That is the question, as we are going to be looking at more anti-magic shell. Carrion Swarm being used to hit through multiple units again. Death Coil, however, healing up some of that damage. All right, Gargoyles in the back. Death Knight, seeing that level 3 has the Orb of Corruption. And here we go. We are going to be going into an engagement. Gargoyles here, ready to go. Carrion Swarm. Damage being done. Fighting, going back every which way. And is it going to be enough? Dreadlord. Scroll of Healing was used to try to heal up much of that damage. Dreadlord still being silenced. Is he going to be able to perhaps Carrion Swarm again? That is the big question, as we are looking at some of those Obsidian statues not getting taken down. Scroll of Protection being used. Blue now trying to retreat. Once again, 120 doing a good job with that additional armor, but the Crypt Fiends are just dealing far too much damage, and with no abominations to really eat up onto these Crypt Fiends, I think Infi just has the proper counter units. Death Knight sitting at level 3, Dark Ranger sitting at level 5. There goes another Gargoyle right there, and Infi is just in the driver's seat right now with a 14 supply advantage, but it's still having a difficult time trying to finish off any of these units. All right, let's take a look at Death Coil onto these units here. Let's take Tomb of Relics. Are we going to be going into a Frostworm? Yes, we are. Death Knight still seeing that level 3, level 2 Unholy Aura units are moving around fairly fast, as we see another Gargoyle getting finished off, and the Lich gets up to level 2. Dark Ranger seeing that level 5, getting closer to 6. And if that Boneyard does in fact train up a Frostworm, well, you gotta worry about possession, as the Dark Ranger is getting that much closer to level 6 as well. All right, 120 having a very bad day right now. Crypt Fiends could continue to push forward again. Ghouls are just trying to make their way inside the base, but getting destroyed, as we look at a wall of towers trying or protecting, well, the back line of this base. More units going to go ahead and head back. Let's take a look. Ghouls now running back around every which way. They could be trying to gain an attack somewhere here in just a moment, as the Altar of Darkness is going to fall. 76 supply compared to 65. Death Knight still venturing forward. Still has plenty of mana here ready to go, absorbing a lot of that damage from all of these towers. Not quite sure why it needs to be there, as the Cold Towers and the Spirit Towers can't hit anything else. All right, big Carrion Swarm from the backside, but once again, I gotta mention, well, with one Obsidian statue right here, it is going to be able to heal up much of that damage, as the Ghouls are now making a last run for it. All right, is this going to be enough to try and fight through this location? Big Death Coil sitting right there. Destroyer, well, Obsidian statue gonna finally get destroyed. There it goes, as the Death Knight says, you know what? I can rinse and repeat, leave to come back and fight another day, and I think I'll be able to get back into a stronger army position before you can. 74 supply compared to 57. Infi needs to heal back up and re-engage in just a moment. Death Knight sitting at level 3. We have Potion of Greater Mana still available to him to try and heal back up. Too bad he cannot heal himself, at least not as of yet. All right, trying to go into the top right corner. Dreadlord trying to finish things off. There is, well, a big carry-on swarm there, making short work of this expansion. Meanwhile, let's take a look, trying to trap him into a corner. The Dreadlord does, in fact, have a Scroll of Town Portal. He'll be able to back out. And are we going to perhaps call in? Yes, there is the Infernal doing so much damage and stunning those units as they come across. All right, also adding in a little bit of additional immolation damage just standing right there. Meanwhile, the Dark Ranger, I do not believe, has gotten to level 6 as of yet. Death Knight, Dark Ranger still sitting at level 5, still not yet at level 6. It looks as though, wow, this expansion still having an Acolyte there, giving a little bit of an advantage, or maintaining that advantage once more. For some reason, it is not showing up on the minimap. I do not know why. My apologies, as the ghouls are finishing off the bottom left-hand side of the map as well. Infernal, while causing a bit of problems, is going to be able to finish off an or a Crypt Fiend. No, it is not the Infernal. Now looking to head back here once again. -5 armor, making it that Infernal, well, a very big liability at this point, as the Infernal still needs a bit of time. All right, Dreadlord versus Dark Ranger. Not a game you normally cast. Dreadlord could perhaps deal some big damage, and a big sweeping wave of carry-on swarm damage hitting across multiple Banshees there. Gargoyle now getting taken down. 120 once again has the economic advantage, but it doesn't mean anything if he doesn't have an army to support it. Meanwhile, carry-on swarm still looking to eat away at this army pretty repeatedly, as you can see a lot of anti-magic shell still being used here to absorb and mitigate much of the damage. Dreadlord sitting at level 6. Death Knight may be wondering why he didn't get level 2 Death Coil first, as that Dreadlord is still taking far too much damage. And there goes, well, the main base. It looks as though this is going to get finished up here in just a second. Dreadlord pretty much out of mana and options. Only has one more carry-on swarm, as the Obsidian statue is still being added into this army. 73 supply compared to 77. Does 120 all of a sudden have to deal with, or does Infi all of a sudden have to deal with a sizable army? Well, it is going to be a large ghoul army again. And the Crypt Fiends with full upgrades are just going to be able to eat through all of these units far too fast. 3-0 upgrades compared to 3-3. That is far too much, as we are looking at, well, more of these units ending up get taken down. Infernal, well, still wandering around, is going to be able to finish off any of these units here. No, it is not. Well, obviously the wrong color, as my eyes are going on me. Meanwhile, more and more units getting taken down here. Dark Ranger getting up to level 6. Is going to perhaps try and, well, possess a major target. And, well, there's one way to try and counteract this. There are no major targets to attack, as it is just an army of ghouls. But then again, would you try and really possess any of that? All right, we can see there is a stealing of the Frostworm. I don't believe Infi actually has a Boneyard as of yet. Sitting at 81 supply now, that Frostworm has done a tremendous amount of damage. Yeah, no Boneyard anywhere that I see, which means that that Frostworm was in fact stolen and dealing some major damage. All right, and summoning an Infernal. 120 comes back the other way. Is going to be enough to deal damage across here. Units are now trying to get away, but that is going to be the end of that. Infi taking this game from 120. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.